Hello, everyone, and welcome to the presentation on Title I Funded Equitable Services. My name is Gurk Jagpal, and with me, I have my colleague Chiming Yang, who will be joining us momentarily. We are education program consultants with the California Department of Education. Today, we'll be covering CE3 and 17 from the Compensatory Education Monitoring Instrument. There are currently 21 items in total in the Title I or Compensatory Education Instrument, and CE3 and 17 are the two items that cover the private school equitable services requirement. Today, our goal is to improve your knowledge and understanding of equitable services to eligible Title I students who attend private schools. We will cover notifying the private schools, the consultation process, and the LEA controlling the funds. Finally, we will go over the evidence requests that you will need to provide us in order to be in compliance for CE7 and CE17, CE3 and CE17. CE3 is private school consultation and participation. This item requires that the LEA consult with the appropriate private school officials during the design and development of the Title I Part A program. The LEA shall provide equitable educational services and benefits to address the needs of eligible children. So CE3 requires an LEA to notify private schools of eligibility. This is usually in the form of initial outreach letters that are sent to private schools. If the private school returns the initial outreach letter stating that they intend to participate, then the LEA shall conduct consultation with the eligible private schools and include all elements that are required of in the consultation. Once consultation is complete, the LEA shall retain signed affirmations of consultation by the eligible private schools. The consultation shall provide agreement between the LEA and private schools on the eligibility criteria and method, how the eligible children's needs will be identified, what, how, where, and when, and by who the services will be offered, how the services will be assessed, and finally, there shall be agreement on the decision process regarding the delivery of services to eligible private school children. In order to meet the compliance requirements of CE3, you'll need to provide us the following: evidence of consultation with private school officials, intent to participate, private school program equitable services description, and finally, a signed private school affirmation. Sometimes these evidence requests can be found on the same document. For example, the document for consultation with private schools might also have the signed affirmation of consultation, which is okay. We look to ensure that the process was completed and meets the requirements of CE3. Next, I will pass it over to Mr. Chiming Yang, who will finish up the presentation.
CE17. This item requires the LEA to control all the funds allocated to the private schools, including all the services that are provided by the LEA to any eligible Title I students attending private schools. The control of funds used to provide services to eligible students in private schools entitled to materials, equipment, and property purchased with Title I Parts A and C and Title III funds shall be maintained in the LEA. All business transactions provide service to eligible Title I students in private school shall be controlled and processed by the LEA, not private schools. Title I and Title III service to eligible students in private schools shall be provided by individuals, associations, agencies, organizations, and other entities that are independent of the private school and independent of any religious organization, and such employment or contract shall be under the control and supervision of the LEA. Let's look at the evidence request for CE 17. In order for the LEA to meet compliance, the LEA must submit the following evidence for review during the FPM CE program review. 1, funding allocations for private school services. 2, LEA summary budget and expenditure report for services to private school students. 3, third-party provider contract and invoices as applicable. The reviewer will ask for additional information in terms of ensuring that all evidence meet legal requirements for these items. If you have any questions or you would like to contact any of us, phone number 916-319-0854. Email address timso@cde.ca.gov. Thank you. If you have any questions and you would like to talk to us, please feel free to email us and call us. Thank you for your participation.